Do you write down your goals? I hope you do. I hope you write your goals down. Do you know why? Because if you're like most people, you think that typing it in your phone or thinking it in your brain is going to transfer it into positive action and momentum in the right direction. But that's not the case. Let me tell you why. Have you ever had your cell phone, set it down, and then lost it? Or have you ever been on your cell phone? You're just talking and be like, hey, where's my cell phone? I'm sure you've done it. Or if you're like me, you've locked for your cell phone with your cell phone flashlight. Alright, so I've done all those. So I know that I'm not the only one in the world that's done something silly with my phone. But think about it. Our phones are literally the thing that is connected to our hand and hip at almost all times. And if we lose track of that, just imagine what we do when we think that we remember our goals. So it's important for you to write down your goals. So that way, one, the transfer of pen to paper actually has a different neurological transmission in the brain. So it will actually connect those dots a little bit differently than if you just type it into a notepad or if you just think it, right? Writing down your goals also commits it more. Because when you actually physically write something down, it's no longer in space. It's no longer just in your brain. You've actually now brought it to awareness, right? When we write it out, we get to see, oh, maybe that isn't a goal that we really want. Or maybe this goal is something we really want, and maybe we want something more off of it. From there, writing your goals down allows you to share it with people. Do you know how to make shit happen faster? Share it, commit, and move, right? If I say that I'm going to do something and I say only to myself, I have no one that I'm really committing to, which is kind of a drag. But if I say that I'm going to do something and then tell 10 of my friends, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be following suit in that action. So when you write it down, you actually get to share it, right? The other thing is, when you write it down, you get to put it in places that you will never miss it, right? So I put my goals on my computer, on my cell phone, all over the place. But if you don't write your goals down, you don't have it anywhere other than in your head. And how often have you, again, we lost our phone. We've lost track of where we're going. Maybe we even walked to the vending machine and we got to the vending machine and we're like, I forgot my money, right? So there's all types of things that we do on a daily basis where we just subtly forget. And they're the things that are most common or basic or easy. So just imagine if we don't write our goals down, how fast it is for them to go to the back of our brains and even get forgotten about for weeks on months at a time. So write your goals down. Write your goals down on pen and paper. You might even write them down on a notepad in your phone or something like that. But write your goals down. Get them out. Get them out of your brain and into the world. Then share those goals and take action on them. This will be the game changer for you. Just writing them down will change a lot, but writing them down and then sharing them will change even more because now you have to do it. And when you have to do something, you're committed to it. When you're committed to it, you succeed. So, write your goals down, maybe even share them. Share them in a comment below. Take a picture of them with your cell phone. Hopefully you can find it. Take a picture of it. Share it in the comments. I'd love to see them. I would love to see what your goals are and what you've put down and what you want to accomplish. But without putting them down, they're just in your brain. And when they're in your brain, they get forgotten about. And they get forgotten about very, very fast. No matter how much you want to think that they are not there, they are forgotten about. And this also goes back into another thing that I teach, which is called the AIR principle. Attention, intention, and repetition. When we write down our goals, we actually get to bring attention to that goal. When we write them down, we also finalize and realize the intention behind that goal. Why is this significant? Why are we striving for this goal? And when we write it down, we give repetition. We give repetition of the action of bringing awareness to the goal. And then when we have it written down, we get to put it somewhere that we would get to see. And now no longer is it just in our brain for when we think about our goals, we actually get to walk around and see it. So if this was my whiteboard and I had my goals written down, I could walk by and say, oh, there's my goal. It's important to me. Now it's in the back of my head. I've gotten repetition around it. So, utilizing the AIR principle, utilizing pen and paper, write your goals down and get committed to them. Because unlike myself, I want you to not lose your goals. I want you to have them in the front of your mind at all times because that's how you move forward. You can only move towards the thing that you're thinking about. And if you're not thinking about your goals, where do you think you're going to be moving to? Probably in the way of the thing that is going against them. That's the last thing you want to do is spend another year, 2 years, 3 years, or even just a couple weeks or months moving in the wrong direction. Imagine if you're going for a hike and you knew that you had to climb 3.2 miles, but you've went 2.5 miles in the wrong direction, all because you didn't look at the map. Probably wouldn't be too happy, right? So look at your map, which is now your pen and paper, with your goals written down. Get committed, share them below. I'd love to help you.